Hello Old School Gamer 1971 here, greetings one and all, especially to you Millie and Lloyd. Today my third hour thoughts is on The Forest. I've been playing this game for over 3 hours and this is what I think. So The Forest by Endnight Games was released in 2018. The Forest is a survival horror game mixed with a smidge of Minecraft. You, Eric LeBlanc and his son Timmy are survivors of a plane crash. Your son is taken away by a cannibal and you must survive by making shelter, weapons and other survival tools to survive. So is the game a survivor or a main course? Let's find out. The game opens up to you sitting on the plane next to your son who is sleeping. You look to see what he's been reading and it's a book on survival. Suddenly the plane starts to go down. After it crashes, you are on the floor of the aisle. You are faced by a cannibal. He abducts your son and you black out. And so the game begins. This is a survival horror game with the emphasis definitely on survival. So let's collect everything, no matter how insignificant it seems. Don't forget to eat and drink, as they affect your strength and stamina. There are meters for both food and drink consumption, sickness and stamina, to tell you when you need to eat and drink. The controls interface is pretty tight, being honest. The game is very balanced, bringing all the elements together. Then you've got to create stuff, shelter, defences, weapons, etc. There are so many options when building, including interior options. The movement is quite solid also, which helps with combat. My only niggle, and it's only small by the way, but it's the crafting interface, the actual book itself. It could have been done a little bit better, because if you have to build during combat, it is quite bad. A survival horror game will be pretty much useless without atmosphere. Fortunately, this oozes it. You feel Eric has had it pretty bad. The loss of his son, add the cannibals. That makes it a fight for survival, knowing you are your son's only hope. Ambient sound also does a good job of setting the mood. The game gets better at night. The sound is used very effectively. With low visibility, it sets you on edge. It does a great job of drawing you in. With not many cutscenes, it relies on tension created in the game. And the cannibals, they feel a real threat, so it's fight or flight where possible. Also, at some point or another, you will be faced with that choice of whether or not you are gonna eat a human or not. For me, that point came 3 days in, and then I ate a human being. Only because the buggers kept running off. Combat at first glance looks the usual affair, however look a little deeper and you will be rewarded. With weapons to create and traps to defend yourself, the damage you can do to living and dead things looks bloody great. Hunting and skinning is a big part of this game. Certain skins are required to make armour. Even one cannibal can be a threat, so when a group attacks it's better to run. Whilst a lot of the combat may have been seen elsewhere, in this game it does feel like every battle matters. The graphics are pretty good for an indie title, quite detailed in fact. The foliage looks the part, filling up a lot of the big map. Where the plane crashes is random, but the foliage itself It cuts down on visibility both for you and the cannibals, allowing cover. The cannibals really do look and sound scary. Lighting effects look excellent also, in the night especially. The moonlight is very effective. When it casts shadows on the floor, it really does look the part. Water effects are also worth a mention. Both in and outside the water they look good. Considering this is an indie title, this is quite impressive. The in-game ambient sound is good. It helps set the mood in almost every situation. When there is music, it works really well. As well, you get a cassette player and tapes. Now, I'm not telling you what to do with them, but the fact you can drop them while playing, have fun. So interesting after 3 hours? Yes, most definitely. This game was on my radar well over a year ago. It has grown into something else. This truly is a real survival game. It really feels like the cannibals are a threat. The crafting is impressive with so many options. It almost feels overwhelming at the start. I like this game a lot. It has a co-op element that also appeals so much. So if you like Minecraft but felt it was a little lacking in story, this game could be for you. If you want a survival game, then this game could be for you. If you want something a little different, you could do a lot worse than this game. This has been an amazingly strong year for games. This game may be lost in the autumn releases. Don't let it. It's well worth a look. So that about wraps it up for me. I hope you all have a good day, and if this has been helpful in any way, like, subscribe, share or comment. Let me know what you think. Old School Gamer 1971 signing off.